Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück hier auf meinem Kanal zu einer neuen Folge Vampyr. Ja, in der letzten Folge sind wir erfolgreich in Whitechapel reingekommen, ne? Und beinahe in einen Arena-Kampf reingeraten, den ich zum Glück gerade noch so entkommen konnte, weil ich eben nicht da reingerannt bin. So, ja, aber wir haben jetzt unser Ziel gefunden, ja, da wo wir eigentlich hin wollten und sollten. Und da gehen wir jetzt mal rein. Hallo? Ah.
What do
Höflich.
you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Okay, ja.
I will return later.
Ja. Die Frage ist halt natürlich jetzt, ne? Ah, hier. Wo ist er denn hin? Da hinten ist er gewesen. Oh. Ah. War ich hier nicht erst? Da hinten ist er. Aha. Mhm.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
It's locked. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Okay, na dann. Also, Erpressung in Whitechapel. Findet die Anwohner von Whitechapel. Richard Nethercott und Clayton Darby. Okay. Was bist denn du für einer?
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Unbekannt, unbekannt. Wer bist denn du?
Sir. Please take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Okay. Ihr Leben in London. Wie läuft das Geschäft?
How is business around here?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Okay.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Gewalt nimmt zu.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Okay, okay.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Skulls.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Oh, krass. Sie ist eine gute, ja.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Ah, so, okay.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Ui. Das ist ordentlich. Ah, was für 80? Ich brauche mehr Schwingen, ne? Teil eines gewöhnlichen Griffs, ja. Nö, du lass das mal.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Okay. Joe Peterson, ja, Ihr Leben in London. Was machen Sie hier?
May I
Machen wir's
ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Ah, okay.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Okay. Oh.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Wow. Also. Hinweis benötigt auch.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Echt? Quatsch.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Joe,
Was bist denn du für einer? Hm?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
Ja.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Was? Okay.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Okay, warum das denn?
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in
Oh,
politics.
krass. Oh, krass. Okay. Was?
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Was für ein Bullshit.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Alter, was hat er für eine komische Stimme gerade?
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Es steht schlecht um mich.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well,
Sure.
I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Was ist Ihr Plan?
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not
Okay.
with scalpels and microscopes. No,
What is left then?
cleansing fire.
Oh, okay. Wie genau werden Sie diese Stadt reinigen?
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Aber wo ziehen Sie die Grenze? Gute
Purification
Frage.
by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's
Ah,
will.
ja.
You're
Okay.
mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher, a small-time Torquemada.
the Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Okay.
You say that I am more lost than you thought.
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences.
Jetzt können wir mal die andere Weise, ne?
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Okay, also.
But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition.
Haben wir da noch irgendwas? Nein, da, nein, okay, gut.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Okay, so 74 Meter. Wo ist denn der andere hin? Wer bist denn du hier?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Okay. Wir machen erstmal über eine Geheimapotheke.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
Eine Schwester ist in Machenschaften verwickelt. Ja. Ich mach mir das
I'm
hier.
afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Oh.
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious, never goes out, doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Hinter der Kirche, okay.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
Hell.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
Okay.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Okay, cool.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Unabhängig, ja. Keine Angst, nachts vor die Tür zu gehen.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Ja, eine gute Frage, ne? Es gibt eine rationale Erklärung? Nein. Mein Rationalismus wurde erschüttert, auf jeden Fall, ne? Ja, ich mach das
I
ja.
must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
Goodbye,
Gut.
Mr. Darby. Farewell.
So, hinter der Kirche. Oh, ich ahne Schlimmes. Ich ahne Schlimmes. Ich schaue noch mal ganz kurz hier. Kann ich hier reingehen? Nein. Also, das ist... Wer bist denn du? Ich kenne dich auch noch nicht.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling, but I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor, Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick, though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Okay, ja.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking
Ja,
questions.
okay. Nicht gut. Ja. Egal wie ich jetzt frage, ne? Das wird dir egal sein. Das vielleicht auch, weil, ja.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Okay.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Okay.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Okay. Danke für den Hinweis.
Goodbye, Miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Genau. Okay. Aber jetzt haben wir schon recht viele, ne? Was? Finden Sie den Briefkasten und den Brief... Achso, ja. Genau. Jetzt haben wir schon recht viele Hinweise bekommen. Wir werden jetzt erstmal diese Folge hier beenden. Und auch diese Aufnahmesession. Ja. So, ich sag dann erstmal Dankeschön fürs Einschalten. Darf ich jetzt weiterreden?
The disease upon us is not an accident of nature, but the punishment of a divine will.
Okay. So, jetzt, ja. Okay, Dankeschön fürs Einschalten, fürs Zuschauen. Ja, wenn euch die Folge gefallen hat, dann lasst gerne ein Like da und auch einen Kommentar. Und solltet ihr neu sein auf dem Kanal, ja, und euch gefällt, was ich hier mache, dann lasst auch gerne ein Abo da. Okay, in dem Sinne, Dankeschön fürs Einschalten. Bis zur nächsten Folge. Bye.